Travel restrictions, of course, we're going to keep you posted on those. Miami County now, residents having to deal with that. And that's where we sent Jordan Burgess to find out really why it got to a level 3 there. What are the conditions there, Jordan?
Well, I talked with dispatchers just a few minutes ago, and they say that they are still on a level 3 this morning. And one of the reasons why are just all these branches that are all over roads and sidewalks and things like that have fallen because of that wind and that ice. And the other reason is you take a look at the roads here. Now, this is West Main Street in Troy, and you can see just how snow-covered and ice-covered it is. I mean, this is a well-traveled road most of the time. Of course, with a level 3, there hasn't been quite as much traffic, although we've seen a few cars out here. And this road has been salted, but there's just so much ice on it. There's only so much the road crews can do, and you can see some of that isn't even just ice anymore. It's kind of slush, but as it gets colder again, that might refreeze, and the wind just wreaking havoc here on the tree limbs. When the breezes pick up, they certainly blow around, and that can also blow your vehicle around. If you're out on the highway or something like that, a stiff breeze or something can kind of blow you off track, and if there's ice under your wheels, it could kind of cause you to slide off. So that's why officials here want you to stay off the roads if you don't have to be out here. Now, for the most part, people have been paying attention to those warnings. We found mostly empty streets as we traveled around Troy this morning. Well, empty that is, except for that inch of ice on most of the roads. Now, in some cases, that ice has become more like slush because of the brief warm-up. And part of State Route 41 was actually just wet, and so was I-75 on the way up here. But other stretches are still slick, and as temperatures dip, it won't take much for these to become sheets of ice again. And that's why deputies say venturing out onto this ice is not a great idea.
Level 3 says you're not supposed to be driving unless it's absolutely necessary, and that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different ways to people. And so if you decide to drive, kind of taking matters into your own hands, there's a little treacherous out there.
That is for sure, and this is one of the reasons why it's so treacherous. This is what an untreated parking lot looks like. Look at that shine. That's basically just a sheet of ice. Driving on it, walking on it, all of that is difficult. And again, some of those side streets and rural roads will kind of look like that. And then on top of that, with this wind blowing around, it is just terrible up here. So stay off the roads. If you don't have to be out, just stay home. If you do go out, just be careful. Reporting live, Jordan Burgess, 2 News on your side.